Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to CAA Travel Talks. You are in for an absolute treat tonight. We have the stars of the sea. We've got Royal Caribbean, we've got Celebrity, and we have Holland America. And we're going to be chatting with you tonight about our exclusive CAA member pricing, just for you for being our member. So welcome. I'm going to give everyone just a couple of minutes here to join. There is a little Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. Please feel free to drop in any questions. We'll be sure to address those at the end of each presentation. All right, so it looks like a good number joining. So again, once again, welcome and thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Karen Taff. I'm from CAA North and East, part of the product and travel team and groups. And I am so thrilled to be working with our favorite partners here tonight. CAA absolutely has an incredible working relationship with Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, and Holland America. Our members absolutely love them. Our agents love them because the customers come back happy, so therefore we're happy. So thank you, gentlemen, this evening for joining us, Eric, Matthew, and Aaron.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, let's get started. All right, so why CAA? Well, we have been in business since 1961. We are your full-service travel agency. We can do everything from an incredible cruise for you, to a tour, to a rental and air only, whatever it is, our team are ready to help. We're planning worldwide vacations for you, and of course, we have our offices in Ottawa, Thunder Bay, North Bay, and Sudbury to service you, as well as online or on the phone, whatever way you want to reach us. Now, tonight is very special because this is fairly new for us here at CAA. We are now offering exclusive pricing. So with Royal Caribbean, when Eric is going to go through all of the incredible offers and promotions and product that he's got to talk to you about. But as a CAA member, you have some benefits, including a refundable deposit of sparkling wine and chocolate dipped strawberries will be in your cabin waiting for you. An 8x10 onboard photo, whether it's print or digital, and then a $50 onboard credit per stateroom just for being a member. And that's on top of the incredible pricing that Eric's going to talk to you about. Now with Celebrity, they are combinable with our CAA Vacations. Now that CAA Vacations is a program that we have set up with our partners, and they are offering extra amenities and benefits for you for being our member. And you can be with Celebrity, you have a 100 shipboard credit per stateroom. There's an early booking bonus, refundable deposit, and the classic beverage package and the basic Wi-Fi. Incredible value for just being a member. Holland America. And with Holland America, we are again combinable with our CAA Vacations. You're going to be receiving a US $75 onboard credit per stateroom. It's $50. Again, this is depending on your length of stay, and you're traveling in Alaska, you've got Denali dollars. And with the combinable, the CAA Vacations member benefit, 50 US onboard credit. So Aaron will go through all of these details with you, but incredible value for just being a member. Now, the first place we need to start is check your passport. If it's expired, go on into the CAA offices. We're going to do those passport photos for you for free if you are a plus or a premier member. And if you are an everyday or a classic, you can get them done for only $8.50. On our website, you can hit rewards, and we have a ton of partners where you can be earning some money called CAA dollars, and you can actually apply dollars to your trip in addition to other partners that have instant savings. If you need an international driving permit, we will issue those and the photos in our offices. And new for us this month, we're having a CAA Delay Pass. So as a member, you have access to this when you're booking your travel with us, as well as it's automatically included for all premier members. So whether you're booking a cruise, guided tour, a flight, or group departure, as long as you book your travel with us, you will have an access to airport lounges when registering for flights that are delayed for 60 minutes or more. So all the details can be found on our website under Delay Pass. Now, I still say the most important thing I pack is my travel insurance to cover me for, of course, medical and covering me, and of course, protecting my investment in my trip for cancellation, interruption, and baggage. And as a CAA member, you could be saving up to 20% on your travel insurance, which is incredible. If you need any luggage or accessories going into the stores, you can be saving up to 20% as well for being a member. And also Shell Gas now has been with us for a few years, and that's a 3 cents a liter savings for being a member as well. Booking with a travel consultant, they are going to be your planner every step of the way. They want to make it easy for you and find out all your needs and get the right cruise that will fit your personality and style and budget. We've got exclusive member benefits, whether it's a CAA vacation or a member benefit program, but always something special for being a member. So essentially, we are your one stop for all of your travel needs. Celebrity cruises. Now, I've actually just come off the Celebrity Excel. I had a sneak peek at the inaugural, and it was absolutely incredible. Beautiful, beautiful ship. So welcome, Matthew. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much for the invite. So tonight I'll be able to tell you a bit more about Celebrity, what's new, what we have special, but of course we'll discover the incredible pricing that we have with the CAA special exclusive rates. So first, Celebrity is all about destinations. So we do sell all around the world without exception. We have an average of 12 to 14 per port of call. So it allows us to actually visit and really discover in depth all the incredible ports around the world. Then culinary-wise, of course, we have lots of options from our specialty restaurants or a la carte restaurants as well. We have great dining options, including our Michelin-starred chef, Daniel Boulud, who actually offers some of his delights on board some of our ships and actually all of the retreat guests as well. Then service with Celebrity is called intuitive. So we know what you want before you even know you want it. And that's what makes it so special, personalized, because all of our bartenders usually, even the baristas or the bartenders will remember your name or your orders. So that makes a huge difference on the customized service that we can offer with Celebrity. Last but not least, design as well. As we'll see in a second, we'll discover some of our ships. So you'll see that our ships are as comfortable, but also very spacious. And that's key with Celebrity. We have lots of space. We have large ships, but not many guests as we could actually afford. So it allows you to have a lot of space on board. And of course, well-being. So we have lots of options to rest, rejuvenate, enjoy, and also all of the activities that will, including the incredible entertainment, the shows, the bands all over the ship. So there's always something to do all day long on board all of our ships. So talking about ships, let's discover the fleet. So we have a small fleet for one of the cruise lines in the market, but we have 4 different series of ships. First, but not, is the Celebrity Flora. The one that you see on the bottom left corner is the smallest, only 100 guests sailing exclusively to the Galapagos. So it is an expedition-style cruising experience that is absolutely unique. It is fully 100% all-included. But again, it's all about to discover the wildlife and the fauna and everything there's to discover in the Galapagos Islands. Then we have the Millennium Series on the bottom right corner, about 2,000 guests on board, more traditional. They will go to niche ports all around the world, so great ships to discover through the world. And then the Solstice Series on the top right corner, about 2,800 guests as well, very spacious. And we have some special features on these ships, including some real grass on top of them. And then we have the Edge series. So the latest ships that we have on our fleet. So Edge, Apex, Beyond, Ascent. And as we'll discover in a second, and just as Karen mentioned, we just actually launched Celebrity Excel a few weeks ago, or actually 2 weeks ago. One thing that is also very important with Celebrity is that our ships have been refurbished, renovated, and revolutionized, which means that we take care of our fleet very, very well. So when I say renovated, refurbished, actually the ship went through a dry dock of about $25 million. But we also did what we call revolutions. And those revolutions are actually an investment of about 200 to 300 million on each of those ships. So they're actually brand new for most of them. All of the fleet have been through a dry dock within the past year or year and a half to make sure that we're up to the standard of quality of Celebrity Cruises all the time, so you can sail in peace with us. And now, Celebrity Excel. As I mentioned, this ship is the latest of our fleet, was just named actually a week and a half ago. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's very similar to the rest of the Edge series ships, but with different new special features. And some of the venues actually were introduced just with the launch. And we'll be able to change the slide. I know those pictures are quite heavy, so it takes a little while, and there you go. So we have 7 new experiences on board this ship, including new bars, new restaurants, new special venues, arcade, and the spa has been enhanced as well. So it's just an amazing ship to discover, just especially in the Caribbean and Europe, that are the main destinations of Celebrity Excel. So talking about one of the new feature is the Bazaar. If you've sailed on Celebrity Edge, Apex, Beyond, or Ascent before, you're probably very familiar about the Eden, which is a bar, restaurant, cafe, and a theater all at the same time at the back of the ship with an incredible view. It is about the same concept, but the theme is completely different on Celebrity Excel. It's now called a Bazaar, and Bazaar is actually based on the festivals that we can discover in the Caribbean or in Europe. as the will vary depending of where the ship is located in the world. But it's just a very incredible and immersive experience with the screens all over the place, the shows, the singers, everything is absolutely stunning. So definitely a great new feature on Celebrity Excel. And now, as well, the Solstice series. I just want to take a few moments because we do have special exclusive rates I'll show you in a second on the Solstice series that are absolutely great. Again, most of them have been refurbished or renovated recently. And as I mentioned, we have that special called the Long Club. So on the top left corner, as you can see, we have real grass for plenty of activities, but also just to walk bare feet on the grass in the middle of the ocean, which is not something you can do very often. And then we have the solarium, which is the adult-only pool, fully covered. We have different bars, the theater with incredible shows from our own cast on board and also some guest performers. So lots of options to choose from. There's no reservation required or any fees, any of the shows at any time. And then dining-wise with Celebrity, also the great feature is that you can decide to go at fixed dining, so either early or late dining, so the same table, same waiter every single night, or you anytime dining, so you can actually be more flexible for depending if you have any shore excursions, if you want to go later or earlier, any of the day of your cruise. Then we have the Ocean View Cafe as well. That is great because we have lots of great sections for any allergies, so gluten-free, lactose-free, sugar-free, or any other dietary needs. The spa and also the most famous bar on Celebrity Cruises, the Martini Bar, that is available on the entire fleet of Celebrity Cruises. Now, let's talk about inclusions. This is also one of the big feature of our brand. So with Celebrity, we have three ways to book a cruise, which is the retreat. As soon as you book a suite, you get premium drinks, premium Wi-Fi, or you could go the other way, actually cruise only, nothing included, which is technically the lowest available fare. Technically is the key in my sentence because it is not the case with CAA Northeast Ontario because of those exclusive rates, they always come with the all formula, which is classic drink package, unlimited for all guests in the room, gratuities on drinks, and then unlimited basic Wi-Fi package for all guests in the room as well. So this comes automatically with all of those exclusive rates that I'm about to talk about in just a few seconds. And again, it's just a peace of mind because everything comes all included with your cruise rate. But now, we do have promotions on top of that. And this is, as you might expect, kind of the best time of the year to book a cruise with Celebrity because it is the Black Friday savings. So right now, from November 27th to December 2nd, we have incredible savings applicable on all sailings around the world, 6 nights and above, all deployments. So it goes all the way up to April of 2028, and those savings are also combinable with the exclusive rates that we have with CAA. So not only we're having incredible pricing, but the savings are combinable on top of that. So as you can see, depending on the category you book, you'll be able to get up to $700 Canadian per person savings. For a Veranda Concierge or Aqua Class, you'll get $280 per person as well. And then inside an Ocean View is going to be $140 savings combinable with all sailings except Galapagos, which is the only, or I should say as well, river cruises. Those are the two only exceptions that we have. Over ocean cruises are combinable with those. But that's not it. We have a special bonus as well of $100 onboard credit just because you're with us tonight. So, and until December 2nd, just to fit along with the Black Friday promotion. So $100 onboard credit for all new bookings of a Veranda and above. So you can use this credit with any spending that you might have on board the ship regarding shore excursion, specialty dining, or any other thing that you might want to spend on board. This onboard credit is also fully combinable with, as we mentioned, the CAA Vacations benefit. So those onboard credit are also coming depending on the category you book. So whether you book an Ocean View stateroom, a Veranda, or concierge, you can get up to $100 onboard credit. And so again, this is combinable with the special bonus. So you could get up to of onboard credit USD combinable with all the savings. But now let's talk about those itineraries because Celebrity, as I said, sells all around the world without exception. We have 4 destinations that we do year round, which is Galapagos, Caribbean, Europe, and Asia. However, we have lots, and when I say lots, I'm actually saying hundreds of sailings that we have those exclusive rates, those exclusive pricing with CAA Northeast Ontario. And I'm going to show you a few examples, just a few examples of those special rates. If you're looking for another date, another destination, another itinerary, feel free to reach out to your travel consultant because they will be able to give you a similar deal, a similar exclusive rate on lots of other departures. So again, those are just a few examples. So let's start with the first one, Spain and Portugal. on Celebrity Apex, so one of our Edge Series ships, on May 29 to June 6th, 8 night sailing. And this one is quite interesting because we depart from Southampton in England and we'll sail down to Spain, Portugal, along the coast. So incredible ports of calls, including Lisbon, Porto. And the regular pricing for this sailing on a concierge veranda stateroom is close to $7,000 per person. But this is the regular pricing. This is the price that you'll be able to find on Celebrity Cruises' website. With CAA, you'll be able to get the exact same thing for only $3,611 per person. And this is combinable with the offers I just mentioned. So until December 2nd, you will get $100 onboard credit as a bonus, $100 benefits, and then up to $280 savings per person that you can take off the rate that you see on the bottom left corner. So it is fully compatible, and this price also comes with drinks and Wi-Fi included, so the all-included formula I mentioned. So just to give you a sneak peek, I picked two of the destinations just to give you a hint of what you can discover in this itinerary, but Lisbon is one of them, the capital of Portugal. You'll be able to be docked right in the center of the city. It's incredible. By Comércio, you'll be able to walk in the old town of Lisbon and discover and taste as well everything there's to discover about Lisbon. And also Porto, one of my most favorite port that I discovered this year, actually, in Portugal. It is the entrance of the Douro River. It is absolutely incredible. Lots of wine tastings that are quite interesting on this end, and wineries that you can also visit as part of our shore excursions. Also discover the city that is absolutely stunning. So a great itinerary with quite an incredible pricing as well. Now, a little bit later through the summer, Scandinavia. August 14th to the 26th, 12-night sailing on Celebrity Eclipse. This time we're leaving out of Amsterdam and we'll discover lots of incredible countries, including Norway, Denmark, Sweden, and Finland and Estonia as well. So lots of great ports of call. Regular pricing, look at this. And this is absolutely true. If you look on Celebrity's website right now, you will find a concierge stateroom at more than $19,000 per person. So we're talking about $40,000 for a couple. And you will be able to book this exact same cruise with Expedia Cruises, with CAA Northeast Ontario for exactly $5,000 per person. So the same thing, the same inclusions that where you'll be able to find on Celebrity Cruises website, but you will get it for a quarter of what you would usually pay. And again, the savings and the onboard credit are fully combinable, as well as a drink and Wi-Fi included. So this is, again, quite of a deal. Make sure to look on Celebrity's website to see the difference. But again, you can only get those rates with your travel consultant at CAA. Now, again, a sneak peek of the ports of call, Stockholm, where the ship is actually right in the city. You'll be able to discover incredible museums, including the Vasa Museum, with this incredible vessel that was rebuilt from the bottom of the ocean, and then also the ABBA Museum as well. So if you're into some music and about this incredible well-known band, so this is a great feature. And then Copenhagen as well in Denmark, where you'll be able to discover the center, the Tivoli Gardens, and also the famous Frederiksborg Castle, which is about 30 minutes away from the city center. So lots to discover on this sailing at an incredible, only available with these exclusive rates. Now, another one, Croatia and Greece, September 28th until October 9th for 11 nights on Celebrity Eclipse. This time we're leaving out of Ravenna, which is the port of Venice in Italy. And this sailing actually ends in Athens, Greece. So we'll go through, again, Croatia, Montenegro, Greece, and also Malta along the way. So the veranda concierge stateroom, once again, is close to $12,000 per person. You will get the exact same thing for $39.33 minus the additional savings. So once again, we get a huge deal on this sailing just because you book with CAA, combinable again with the Black Friday offer and with the additional onboard credit and the all-included formula once again. This itinerary is among one of my favorite as well. So as you'll see quickly, Kotor is one of the port of call that we'll discover in Montenegro. So you have to sail through the fjords of Montenegro for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So you'll have an incredible scenery along the way. And once you're in Kotor, the city is absolutely stunning. And the reason why you see a cat in one of the photos, because Kotor is known as the city of cats. You'll see cats all over the town of Kotor. So if you have allergies, I would suggest to bring some pills with you. And last but not least, Santorini. is, of course, one of the most famous port of call in Greece, where Celebrity, of course, will sail over. If you didn't know, Celebrity originally was a Greek cruise line. So founded in the 60s by a Greek family. It is part of our DNA. So Greece is all about what we do. So Santorini is absolutely incredible. You'll be able to discover the city. And one of our thing with Celebrity is that we stay longer. We usually stay until about 10 o'clock at night. So you have plenty of time to discover the island. And also one of our special new feature that one of my colleagues at Royal Caribbean will be able to talk about, since Celebrity Cruises and Royal Caribbean are part of the same family, we are about to launch a brand beach club summer right in Santorini. So where our guests will be able to visit and enjoy beaches, restaurants, bars, and just enjoy a great day in Santorini. Now, the last deal that I'm about to tell you today is one in Spain, Portugal, and Morocco on the famous Celebrity Excel. So September 21st to October 2nd, 2026, 11 nights out of Barcelona. This sailing will also go to Spain, Portugal. We'll do a stop in the beautiful island of Madeira, which is absolutely stunning, and a port of call in Tangier in Morocco as well. So this sailing, once again, look at the rate. Close to $12,000 per person for a veranda stateroom, and the exact same thing with CAA will $58.98 minus the additional savings as you see on the screen, compatible with the onboard credit, the vacations as well. So $175 of onboard credit total. And once again, you get the drinks and Wi-Fi unlimited for all guests in the stateroom. So once again, this sailing is quite unique on a unique ship, and look at the pricing. That is absolutely quite a deal once again. So last, we have two ports, Funchal on Madeira. Madeira is always one of the most favorite ports of all of our guests. So absolutely stunning, as you can see, just by the city itself, lots of gardens all around the place. Yeah, the mountains as well are just absolutely stunning. And the famous thing that you can do through the streets, it is kind of a special attraction, a special feature that you can discover Madeira only. And also Tangier in Morocco. So you're on the north coast of Morocco. You'll be able to discover the different fortress of Tangier. Also discover one of a special village of Chefchaouen, that is the blue village where everything is in blue. It is absolutely beautiful and stunning to discover. So those are just, once again, a few examples. Europe is one of the main market where we have lots of options, lots of sailings to from with CAA, but Caribbean is also one of them. So if you're looking for departures to the Caribbean, we have Southern Caribbean, we 7-night Caribbean as well, or we have Northern Europe as well as Mediterranean as well in Europe. So once again, please reach out to your travel consultant if you have any questions, if you're looking for other sailings around the area, as we have hundreds of special deals as we just saw together.
Matthew, that was incredible. And there were some beautiful itineraries there to choose from. So I think the next step is definitely getting in touch with your travel consultant and really find, I mean, you could be looking for a shorter departure, or you could be looking for a partial world cruise. You just need to let us know exactly, your taste, your destinations, your budget, and we'll certainly find the right cruise for you. But those prices are incredible. So this new program that we have with the CAA exclusive cruise pricing with Celebrity, just amazing. Thank you so much. See, we have one little question here, and it says, do the prices include the flights? No, the flights are going to be on top of that. And again, your CAA travel consultant can assist you with that. Okay, so that seems it for the questions. Thank you so much, Matthew. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Okay, so next we're going to be cruising with Holland America. Holland has been a partner with CAA for many, many years. And again, are absolutely traveling, especially to Alaska. And we have Aaron Crawford with us this evening. Thanks so much for joining us, Eric. Or Aaron,
Yes,
sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, everyone at CAA. And thank you, everyone who's taking time to join us tonight. This is just such a great opportunity to celebrate cruising. And this is well timed because as a CAA member, I've actually just booked travel insurance myself for a trip to Spain coming up. So yeah, really great opportunity here. So hello, I'm going to kick this off with just a video, hopefully introducing you to Holland America and some of the unique destinations that we go to. So hopefully you noticed a couple on there. Of course, the fact that we sail the world, but we really are focused on the guests that are really interested in these kind of 5 pillars. We're that premium cruise line that really is a nod at classic cruise experience. This is your opportunity to unwind, relax, and really enjoy not only the ship, but the destination and the journey to get there. We do really want to create journeys that are relaxing, easy, and your opportunity to really connect with each other and, of course, the destination. We are that cruise line for explorers, people that want those unique destinations, unique itineraries. Of course, we're the cruise line for foodies. We're always looking to enhance that culinary experience. We know how important it is to our guests on board. We're also the cruise line that focuses on the music. If you choose our class ships, we can offer you the Music Walk, which is one of my favorite places on board. This is where you'll find the BB King Lounge for your live jazz and blues. You'll find the Rolling Stone Lounge for your classic and contemporary rock and roll. You'll also find dueling pianos for your contemporary pop experience, as well as Third Avenue West, which is a new addition for us, focused on string instruments. And of course, we wanted to provide our award-winning service to all of our guests on board and those spacious ships. Now, as we look at those ships, I just want to let you know that I like calling them perfectly sized ships. So in the scheme of the cruise industry, we would be considered the kind of medium to small ships. So our Pinnacle class, a little over 2,600 passengers, our R class, a little over 1,400 passengers. They're all going to feel very similar, very classic interior. And we have some unique features that we can offer on board. A retractable roof over our pool deck. So regardless of the weather, especially in Alaska, you're going to be able to take advantage of that amazing area. Of course, a promenade that loops around the entire exterior of the ship. So you're able to get around and walk outside and really enjoy the destination that you're cruising to. Now, when we look inside the ship, we do, of course, want to be able to provide those spacious cabins. We want it to feel like a home away from home. So whether you're choosing one of our solo cabins on our Pinnacle class ship or one of our exclusive suites, you're going to have tons of storage, tons of accessibility options, everything you're going to need to make this experience feel like a home away from home. Now, when you're on board, of course, we want to get to maybe more than just some of the bars in the Music Walk. We want to be able to have fun and be active as well. So you're going to be able to experience, of course, the gym, the spa, everything you would expect on any cruise line. You're also going to have an opportunity to play pickleball on at least, if not two, of our pickleball courts. We're part of the Pickleball Association, so you're going to have an opportunity to play on a regulation court, which is really a ton of fun. And one of my favorite spots on board is the library. On all our ships, we're going to have a that you can tuck into, maybe grab a rest a little bit, and just enjoy that amazing view. Now, for everyone on the call that's cruised before, I'm going to ask a question. Any idea the number one activity on any cruise line? Well, if you're saying eating, you're absolutely correct. This is by far the most popular choice of activities on any cruise line. And really at Holland America, we are focused on that culinary experience. And we've just rolled out our new global fresh fish program. We've partnered with Chef Morimoto from Iron Chef as our global fresh fish ambassador. And what we're able to is leverage 80 ports of call in our entire network to provide the freshest seafood at sea. What we're committed to doing is 48 hours from hook to plate for all of our seafood on board, and it's going to have a regional experience. It's also going to be locally sourced, ethically sourced, and regional. So it's going to change as you cruise around the world. Now, I've got a short video here that is going to introduce this program, and we're going to be able to hear from Chef Morimoto himself.
At Holland America Line, our cuisine goes beyond the plate. That's why we're introducing our new, first of its kind, global fresh fish program, offering you more than 80 varieties of fresh fish sourced locally from across our global network. Because we care about what's on your plate, who we partner with is important.
The Fresh Fish Program is very 画期的. I'm Chef Morimoto, Fresh Fish Ambassador for Holland America Line. Decided working with Holland America because we have same standard as the flavored ingredients, especially fish. I will bring my innovative flair to a pop-up restaurant on all set on Holland America. Let us prepare something for you.
This is an amazing dining experience. Absolutely look for Morimoto at sea when you're on board. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about some destinations that we have given exclusive pricing to CAA so that you're going to be able to take advantage of some of these amazing offers in some of the most beautiful parts of the world. Of course, Alaska, Holland America recognized the #1 cruise line in Alaska. We've been taking guests to Alaska since before it was even a state. So we know Alaska better than anyone else, and we can offer some really unique benefits to you while you're cruising up there. Some of the top reasons people choose Holland America are Glacier Guarantee. We have preferred into the Glacier Bay area, into the glaciers in that area. And so what that allows us to do is guarantee you're going to have a glacier experience on your cruise. If not, we're going to give you up to 15% of your cruise fare back as a future cruise credit. Now, of course, you're going to work with your CAA travel advisor to fully understand what that benefit is, but you can cruise to Alaska and Holland America with confidence that you're going to have that glacier experience. Of course, we have wilderness tours that included that retractable roof I mentioned earlier, very important in Alaska. The fresh seafood I just mentioned. We've got so many great benefits for you when you're cruising to Alaska. Now, I'm going to share some specific itineraries that we, again, have given exclusive pricing to CAA. And here's a really great example of one of my favorite itineraries in Alaska. Round trip from Vancouver on the Koningsdam. That season is going to run from May of 2026 to September of 2027. It's round trip from Vancouver, inside passage. This is the perfect cruise for families, multi-gen families, of course, first-time cruisers. Because of the unique nature of that part of the world, the ships are going to go super slow through there. You're going to see land on sides. It really is a fabulous option for first-time cruisers. Or people maybe that have never been to Alaska that are thinking about it, this is a great way to start. Now, you're going to find exclusive pricing with your CAA travel advisor. So I would encourage you to reach out to them, and any of the itineraries that I show you here with that CAA logo on it will be eligible for that exclusive pricing. So please reach out to them at the end of the presentation or tomorrow to understand exactly the opportunities there for you. Now, of course, Canada, New England, again, one of my favorite destinations. We have a lot of opportunity here to be able to expose you to this beautiful part of the country. Because of those perfectly ships, we're able to get you in and out of the port of Montreal. Now, we've got a really unique itinerary here that is going to give you the very best of Canada, New England. This is going to take you from Montreal to New York. So imagine being able to sail out of Old down the St. Lawrence and overnight in Quebec City. And then you're going to head over and then all the way down to New York. This is an absolutely fabulous itinerary. That's going to run from the end of September into October. So this is the perfect time to see the fall foliage and an easy flight back home. So again, speak to your CAA travel advisor to learn about the rates and the added benefits you'll have on that particular itinerary. Now, I do want to share one of our easily most popular itineraries right now. This is the 11-day round trip from Montreal. Now, if you're looking at the itinerary here, you might notice something missing. I'll give you a moment. There are no US ports on this itinerary. You're actually going to go from Canada to France, so that little island, St. Pierre, and then you're going to come back into Montreal. Now, just so you know, our 2025 itinerary sold out, 26 sold out, and 27 has just been released, and it is already doing extremely well. Now, this will be part of that CAA program that we're talking about tonight, but those rates are still pending. So again, if this appeals to you, I would encourage you to reach out to your CAA travel advisor sooner than later to make sure that you're getting those exclusive rates. Now, this itinerary is not part of the CAA program, but I just highlight it because it's one of my all-time favorites. Round trip from Boston, again, the very best of Canada, New England, but you're going to be able to go up, touch Greenland for 2 ports, and then circumnavigate Iceland. This is part of legendary voyages, and this is really an exceptional. So again, something that you might want to speak to your travel about. Now, we're talking a lot about some cold destinations. I understand it's chilly here in Halifax, so let's think about some warm destinations. Now, of course, when you're thinking about the Caribbean, Holland America has a lot to offer down there. I'm going to share with you one particular itinerary as an example of what you're going to be able to get from that relationship with CAA. Itinerary is the 14-day Eastern Western Caribbean. And this is perfect over the holidays. You're going to be able to get away, let someone else do the decorations, the turkey, etc., and you can enjoy the warmth of the Caribbean. You're actually going to be in San Juan for Christmas. So what a fabulous opportunity there. Again, exclusive rates just for as part of this program. So please reach out to your travel advisor to ask about getting away for the holidays. Now, a couple of other features that I just want to draw attention to, so that reminding you to speak to your CAA travel advisor about this. Of course, this is our have all or our drinks package. This would be an additional item that you can add onto your cruise, and this will be your opportunity to make it really feel like an all-inclusive experience. It'll include your drink package. It'll include Wi-Fi, excursion, and a dining credit. Now, dining credit and shore excursion credit will depend on the length of the voyage, but the rates will be the same, roughly 85 Canadian dollars per person per day. Both adults in the cabin have to have it. And of course, we've got lots of other great features for any CARP members. You'll additional benefit there. Of course, we have our top 10 last minute cruises for anyone that's thinking about getting away in 2025. We got lots of great options there for you. Also have some exclusive benefits for cruising in Canada, New England. Now, we do have itineraries that start in Quebec City, but we know that air can be a bit tricky. So we've taken care of that for you. We have a shuttle bus to get you from Montreal to Quebec City so that you can join those cruises. Now, for anyone that wants to or is tricked into traveling with the little ones, we have an option where the kids can actually cruise for free as your fourth passenger. So again, speak to CAA Travel Advisor about that benefit. Of course, our mariners or our frequent cruisers, you're going to get some additional bonuses there as well. And the one that I always love talking is our community appreciation. So for anyone who's booking a Holland America cruise that is an active or retired military frontline worker, so police, fire, ambulance, nurse, doctor, paramedic, teacher, I think I said all of them, active or retired, you're going to have an opportunity to receive an onboard credit for your service. So again, speak to your CAA travel advisor about that. Now, as I wrap up here, I just want to articulate the importance of always using a travel advisor. Holland America, we're not really in the direct business. We do rely heavily on our partnerships with our CAA travel partners. And this is your opportunity to talk to the experts, people that have been there, they've done it. This is your best way to save time and save money, two of the most valuable things we have. You're going to leverage their product knowledge. They're going to be able to answer your questions, and they're going to make sure that you're choosing the right cruise, the right ship, and the right itinerary at the right time for you. And they're going to be able to take all of the guesswork out of it for you. They're going to be able to take care of your air, of course, your insurance, which we talked about earlier, everything to make sure that this is the most valuable, most impactful, and safest experience that you've had. So I can't stress enough the importance of always using a travel advisor. Now, I've given you a couple of itineraries here. I just want to let you know that we do have some exclusive pricing. So we've got some amazing benefits. Karen shared this earlier, but these are some amazing perks that'll be additional to the fabulous pricing that you're going to get from taking advantage of one of those CAA exclusive itineraries. So I want to thank you so much for your time. I do really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Aaron. That was wonderful. We definitely know our members know and love Holland America. So thank you so much, and for being part of our CAA exclusive pricing program. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now welcome Eric. So Eric is going to be cruising with Royal Caribbean. So welcome, Eric. I know we had somebody from one of our teams in Ottawa just came back off the Star of the Seas and was raving about the experience. She also had a similar experience as I did, flying through customs, very quiet right now. You know, the good welcoming in Fort Lauderdale, and she had an amazing time. The ship was gorgeous. So again, thank you so much for your partnership.
Thank you so much, Karen, for having me tonight. And you're right, there is just so much to be raving about when you talk about the Royal Caribbean ships. We've been in the business for already 55 years, and we feel so fortunate. Now, tonight, what we're going to do together is a complete 180 from what you've been hearing. We're going to be talking about your next vacation and not only about your next journey of discovery. So on the next slide, what we're going to see is a little bit of our mission at Royal Caribbean. We really endeavor to create spaces and create amazing ships that will bring you to your next adventure. And we are so fortunate that we're celebrating right now our 100 millionth guest sailing with us. That's right. It happened in 2025. And as the saying goes, 100 million people can't be wrong. But at the end of the day, why would you consider Royal Caribbean for your next vacation? Well, the answer is very simple. The success of a product relies on three very important pillars. Ships that are destinations unto themselves. We have amazing personalized service, and we bring you to some of the best destinations, including our new portfolio of ultimate destinations that are exclusive and private destinations only for our guests. And how do you get there? Well, with a fleet of over 30 ships. So regardless whether you favor a smaller ship that would bring you to the more remote or more smaller islands or more out of the beaten path destinations, or whether you do like to have your large ships with all the bells and whistles, you are sure to find a solution with Royal Caribbean International. And of course, I would be remiss not to talk about the Icon class of ships. We've launched the Icon of the Seas in January of 2024. And we have just this year, in the month of July, launched the new Star of the Seas. But guess what? We don't stop there because, yes, in 2026, we're also going to be launching another ship of the same class, the Legend of the Seas, and we're thoroughly excited about this particular ship. And why are we so excited? Well, the Legend, the Star, and the Icon of the Seas really embody what we as a company want to offer our guests, which is, again, a true vacation experience. So when you look at our ships, they're big. They're big because we want to offer you more. We want to offer you more space, more options, more opportunities, more atmosphere. We want to make sure that you as a traveler will always find something that you like to do, regardless of the hour of the day or the night. And it starts with Thrill Island. Island is complete with a pickleball court, with a basketball court, with the Category 6 water park, which is comprised of 6 different water slides that are 3 stories high each, and those are completely included. And you're going to hear me using the word included very often during this short presentation because that is one of the things that Royal Caribbean believes in. We want to include more activity. We are allergic to charging people for things that we deem should be included during your vacation. The Surfside neighborhood, our next neighborhood on the Icon class, is designed specifically for families. So much so that we even have a cruise director dedicated just for Surfside. And the name of that cruise director is Admiral Awesome. And families have just so much fun on the Surfside. Chill Island is one of my favorite places when I go on vacation. I want to make sure that I'm going to have some places to relax, some places where I can just be myself and, have a little bit of rest and relaxation. And this is why we have 7 pools on each Icon class ship. That's right, 7 pools. So if you are sailing on an Icon class ship, as you're going to see in the next slide, you could be using a different pool every day. And so you would have a different atmosphere and a different experience every single day of your cruise, thanks to our beautiful, beautiful pool. Now, find me any other ship anywhere that has that many pools. And so that gives you the true signal that we're all about vacation. We are a resort at sea and very proud of our positioning. Now, if you're traveling between adults, you may be thinking, well, where can I have this only adult experience? Well, the answer is right here, the Hideaway. Every single ship of the fleet has an adult-only area. And on the Icon class ships, we call it the Hideaway, where you could be lounging on the side. You could be swimming in our pool that is 8 decks over the Surfside right below it, or just enjoying a beautiful cocktail. Now, for those of you who like to spoil themselves, of course, I will invite you to take a look at our suite neighborhood. The suite neighborhood is where you're going to find a private restaurant, a private outdoor restaurant, private pool, private sun deck, private jacuzzi, and of course, all your concierge services that you could be hoping for. Did you know that Royal Caribbean actually has more suites than anybody else out there? Well, of course, because we have 30 ships. So it only makes mathematical sense. So when you want to go on a vacation, enjoy yourself, spoil yourself, but also have some of the best shows in the world, Royal Caribbean is going to be the choice that you're going to want to be thinking about. And Central Park personally is one of my favorite neighborhoods on the Icon class ships and as well as the Oasis class ships. This is the place that you're going to go just to take a stroll, have a little bit of a cocktail, or maybe go to our jazz club and have fun. But wait, when the night comes, boy, do we have an amazing plan for you. And it starts with the Aquadome. The Aquadome is on the top of the ship, completely forward, and it's the largest self-standing glass dome on a cruise ship right now. And in the middle of that dome is our aquatic theater, where you're going to find divers, synchronized swimmers, acrobats, comedians that have put together 2 shows that will be presented to you several times during your cruise. Now, all around the Aqua Theater in the Aquadome, you also have places where you can relax, bars, and of course, the overlook pods. The Royal Promenade is really the heart of the ship. This is where you are going to see everyone and anyone that crosses the ship from one side to the other. And the masterpiece of the promenade is, of course, the beautiful pearl that you are seeing right now. And from the promenade, you are able to access some of the best shows in the world. You can go to Absolute Zero, where we have several shows that were prepared for you and will be presented several times during the week. And again, those shows are included. And when it comes to entertainment, Royal Caribbean, absolutely. You could be sailing on Icon of the Seas and watching The Wizard of Oz in the main theater, where not only do you have the live on stage, they sing live, but we also have a live orchestra, a 28-piece orchestra that was put together just for The Wizard of Oz, including a 12-piece string set within that orchestra. It's absolutely phenomenal. On the Star of the Seas, we're going to be presenting to you Back to the Future that I had the chance to see earlier this year. And next year, when we launch The Legend of the Seas out of Barcelona, yes, it's going to be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So whatever you'd like to have in terms of entertainment or whatever, however you'd like to plan your evening, you are going to have an amazing time. And again, I'm going to borrow the words of my colleague Aaron when you were talking about food. Yes, it is true. When you sail on a cruise ship, food is so important. And this is why on Royal Caribbean, we will always make sure that you have several options for food. And we will also always make sure that more than half of all of your food options are included. And this is something that really differentiates Royal Caribbean in the market in the contemporary cruise line. And where do all of these beautiful cruise ships bring you? Well, I'm going to talk about the ultimate destinations because yes, of course, I could be talking about Europe. I could be talking about Alaska, but the Caribbean is really in the heart of who we are and what we offer you. The Ultimate Destinations portfolio will bring you to destinations that you would not have access if you weren't sailing on a Royal Caribbean ship. And of course, one of the crown jewels right now is Perfect Day at Coco Cay. Perfect Day at Coco Cay is our private island in the Bahamas, as you're going to see in the next slide. And Perfect Day at Coco Cay has been in existence for more than 45 years in the fleet, but it's been 5 years that we've transformed it into a perfect day private destination experience. What does it mean when I say a private day destination experience? Well, it means that this private island really is an extension of the ship. So when you go on one of our 7 beaches, you don't need to pay a penny for your lounge chair, for your umbrella. Your food is included. If you have a Wi-Fi package, it carries over. And if you have a drink package, it also carries over. But we're not stopping there. We're also building beautiful beach clubs. The beach club in Nassau, Paradise Island, will open in just a few days, and we're so excited because now you're going to have an additional option when your ship stops in Nassau. We're going to be covering absolutely everything as you'll see on the next slide. Whether you want to go there to have fun, to have a drink, to have some beautiful cocktails, to be there with your family group, with your friends, or you just want to be between adults and just enjoying the largest swim-up bar in the world, we're going to be able to deliver that experience that you are looking for. And I'm so happy that Mathieu talked about the Santorini Beach Club. That is the next crown jewel in our product line. Santorini is absolutely an amazing destination. And I want to show you a couple more pictures of what the Santorini Beach Club is going to look like. So we actually have purchased an existing beach club. We're demolishing the whole place and building from the ground up because we want to make sure that when you stop at the Santorini Beach Club, you are going to have a true Royal Caribbean experience as you expect to have. Now, the Santorini Beach Club is going to be the second beach club in our roster of ultimate destinations. And then in 2026, we're also going to be opening the Royal Beach Club in Cozumel. So as you can see, Royal Caribbean really wants to deliver that vacation experience, that exclusive experience that you're going to have when you sail with us. But you may think that we're only going to be sailing in the Caribbean and nowhere else. No, not at all. Lelepa. Lelepa is a small island in the archipelago of Vanuatu, and we are going to have our private destination in Lelepa, which means that when you sail out of Sydney, out of Brisbane to the South Pacific, or maybe you're sailing on a transoceanic from either Hawaii or the West Coast, all the way to Australia, Lelepa will absolutely be one of the stops. And again, Lelepa is going to be an extension of the ship. But now, get ready. We have purchased a whole port. It's called Costa Maya. You may have heard of this port in the past. Yes, we went to Costa Maya, we bought the whole place, and we bought additional acreage all around the actual compound of Costa Maya. And again, we're going to be demolishing the whole place and building from the ground up. And we're going to be offering you Perfect Day Mexico. And that's going to be opening in 2027. Perfect Day Mexico will be, again, an extension of the ship, which means that anything that is included on the ship will be included in your private destination. One of the areas that I cannot wait to see is the Thrill Water Park, where you're going to be able to ride the tallest water slide in the Americas. All the top, from the top of this beautiful Jaguar that you're seeing, all the way down. Absolutely fabulous. Then we're also going to be offering you, listen, the world's longest lazy river. It is going to be quite an experience. But of course, in true Royal Caribbean fashion, do you think that we're going to stop at a lazy river? No, of course not. There's going to be a crazy part to that lazy river that is going to be just so much fun. And when you want to party between adults, the Costa Beach Club is going to be the place, as well as Hideaway. So the Perfect Day Mexico will really have two different beach clubs for two different atmospheres. So if you'd like to spoil yourselves and have inclusions that are a little bit different, you absolutely will have the choice. Because Royal Caribbean and the Royal Caribbean Group is really all about choice. When you look at the loyalty programs that Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, and Silversea have, now there is a cross recognition between all three brands, which means that if you've sailed with Silversea in the past, or if you've sailed with Celebrity in the past, and you'd like to try a vacation with Royal Caribbean, well, guess what? We're actually going to recognize your level. And the same thing is going to happen the other way around. If you're a hardcore fan of Royal Caribbean and you would like to sample Celebrity, guess what? They're also going to recognize your level. And then starting in 2026, when you're going to sail any of the three brands, you will have the choice to tell us where you want us to put your loyalty points, so you can accumulate better levels and better inclusions really, really quick. What's really amazing with the program that Royal Caribbean has in terms of loyalty, we call that the Crown and Anchor program, is that the more you progress into that program, the more generous we're going to be with you. So as an example, if you were to reach the diamond level, not only would you have access to your own private concierge lounge, your own private concierge, but you would also receive 4 complimentary drinks per person per day, any bar, any restaurant, anytime. There are no limitations. And the further you go into the loyalty program, the more generous it gets. And now, talking about generous and talking about amenities, of course, I need to talk about the CAA amenities, because when you book a Royal Caribbean adventure, a Royal Caribbean vacation with your CAA North and East Ontario advisor, you will get automatically a bottle sparkling as well as chocolate dipped strawberries. And then, depending on the length of the cruise, you could get some beautiful onboard credit. But I think that my favorite part of the program is the exclusive pricing that we have worked on very hard together between Royal Caribbean and CAA North and East Ontario. We sat together, we made a selection of some of the best itineraries that Royal Caribbean has around the world across our 30 ships, and look at some of those specials. Odyssey of the Seas, one of my favorite ships, was launched 2 years ago, an 8-night Western Mediterranean in a Category 4D, which means a balcony with an unobstructed ocean view. If you were to call Royal Caribbean today, you would be paying $27.88 per guest. But if you call CAA North and East Ontario, you'd be paying $26.81 plus the onboard credit, plus the fact that you're going to be enjoying a refundable deposit, plus that bottle of sparkling, plus those chocolate dipped strawberries. So it keeps adding up. Star of the Seas is one of the ships that Karen was talking about. One of our colleagues is recently freshly back from the Star of the Seas. If you want to sail on the Star, I'll give you an example of September 20th, 2026, a 7-night Western Caribbean with a stop at Perfect Day at Coco Cay. If you were to call Royal Caribbean today for a category IF, you would pay $2,500. But if you have the brilliant idea of calling your CAA North and East Ontario advisor, you will pay only $19.37. And the prices that I'm showing you today are Canadian, taxes included. They're cruise only. You still need to add the air on top of that, but all taxes are included. And now, one of my favorite itineraries of all time, Legend of the Seas. A brand new ship that I've just presented to you that will be sailing a 13 nights transatlantic from Barcelona to Fort Lauderdale on October the 25th of 2026. If you were to call Royal Caribbean directly, we'd sell it to you at $4,400. But if you call your CAA North and East Ontario advisor, $33.53 Canadian, all taxes in, to spend 13 glorious days on board the world's largest ship that has more inclusions, more activities, and more option and more space per guest than any other vacation option out there. I really love the fact that we're having this presentation on November 26th. Why? Because tomorrow, the true Black Friday sale starts. So if you are looking at one of the itineraries that I presented to you, or one of the 625 other different itineraries that we've set aside exclusively for you through CAA Travel, you're going to get an exclusive price. But what happens if you're wanting to go on another itinerary, or maybe in a different category than the ones that we've held for you? Well, guess what? Tomorrow, you're going to be able to enjoy a 60% off sale on the second guest. Kids sail free, but if you're not sailing with kids and you're sailing with adults, or maybe kids that are a little bit older, third and fourth occupants in the stateroom also sail for free. And for a limited time, and I'm telling you, this is for a very limited time, you can save on top of all of that up to $1,340 Canadian per stateroom. So my suggestion to you is, don't wait. Call CAA North and East Ontario right away. Make your appointment with your advisor right away, because you do not want these deals. It's not going to get any better than what it's at right now, and especially with the quality of service that you're going to get from your CAA North and East advisor, This is a no-brainer. Karen.
Eric, that was incredible. So many incredible options and choices, and this is where your travel counselor is really going to help you. There's a few questions here for us. So will the new port in Costa Maya mean that the full ship will always be able to dock? That is not always the case now.
That is a great question. So we're not changing anything to the dock. The dock is actually the property of the Mexican government. What we are changing is the experience that you're going to get once you get off the ship.
Okay. And then they're asking for a complete list of the Royal Caribbean cruises that have the exclusive rates. But I know you mentioned there are hundreds and hundreds of them. So we won't be doing that for you this evening because we just don't simply have the time. But this is
right,
where you're going to meet up with your travel counselor and they will go through all of the availability and choices for you.
And they'll be able to guide you. If you're looking at a certain ship or sail date or program or month or week, they're going to be able to guide your path through all the meanders of those specials and find you the ship that has the best exclusive pricing for you.
Wonderful. And then there was a question there that was towards Aaron, and that was, are the kids free? What is the limit? And is the third and fourth guest ages 18 and under are to travel free? Taxes, fees, and port expenses are excluded. Okay, let me just make sure there is nothing new that's come in. No, that's great. Well, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. And thank you very much, Eric. That was incredible. Your energy is very contagious, definitely ready to cruise. And it's, the exciting destinations and the partnership that we have is pretty special. So thank you so much for joining us. So our upcoming travel talks, on the very left side of your right now, you can see the QR code. If you just scan on that, we'll see in the month of, actually, you're going to be diving into Royal Caribbean in great detail because Eric is coming back and we're having a travel talk on the 17th of December at 7 o'clock. Oftentimes our stores will also be having in-person travel talks as well as throughout the new year. So you can just register online there at the upcoming events. Book an appointment, book your time when it's convenient for you, whether you want to come in person to the stores, if you want to call us or work online. Again, we'll work with you your way, but to make it convenient and easy for you, we've set up an appointment tool. And then if you'd like to share this presentation with friends and family who would maybe like to be traveling on a cruise with, this particular presentation and all of our past travel talks are posted on our website. This will be up on our website the next day or two. All right, so let me just check no further questions. So Eric, Aaron, and Matthew, thank you so much. Again, CA really appreciates the partnership. I know our travel team are thrilled, and our members absolutely love working with all of your team on board, and it's always an incredible experience and so many amazing choices. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, and have a wonderful evening.